It started, well, I started to become aware of it when I was around 7 or 8. Sixth sense, I had sort of dreams of deja vu. Yeah. Well, for me, is my partner's death, and I realised that when you come to psychic events, there's a bit of a barrier to communication. So my aim is to open accessibility to the deaf community so that they're not excluded from these type of events. Well, with sign language, it's a visual language, so it's obviously words that you can visualise are within that language. It's just a complete sort of language in its own right, and for a deaf person, English is their second language. So it's like I try to communicate with them in their own language so that they feel comfortable. They've got access to what I offer, and it's confidential, but it's not having to go through a third-party interpreter, because sometimes when you give the card reading element of my therapy, emotional information could come up which could be quite sensitive, and if there's an interpreter sat with them, they may feel a bit guarded about discussing information. I provide a service called Angel Therapy, which in that they do a brief card reading, which is based on the chakra system or the situation, what needs a bit of love given to it, and I give them the reading, bring up the situations, what is needed, and then we go to the therapy chair and I focus my healing energy in through their spinal column, if it's in the chair or on the Reiki table, if it's at home on the table. Give them the choice of what they want, and I'm portable, I can go anywhere. I'm very intuitive, I'm not a medium. I don't work as a medium, although I have mediumship skills and I get information. I work more on an intuitive thing. I go with my gut feelings quite a lot. Yeah, my inspiration for all what I do originally started with attending spiritualist churches and receiving spiritual healing. But I feel Reiki is a little bit more intense and in-depth for me, and I think gives me the ability to expand my knowledge for myself, for my own self-learning, and then to pass on my learnings on to other people in order to expand their learnings. But obviously then they will have their own little twist on that. Like what I do, there's a lot of Reiki practitioners around, and we all have our own little ways of doing things, and somebody who I teach will then go on to do something in their own way, and it becomes their own uniqueness. And that's what I like about it. So Reiki 1 is all about self-healing, so I can attune them to the Reiki energy at first degree level, let them heal themselves and see how they feel, if they feel comfortable with the energy, what's coming through them now. And then if they want to take it further, I can go on to the Reiki second degree level, which is about practitioner level, where they can start to heal other people. And then if they want to then take it a step further, they can then become a Reiki master practitioner, and then later a Reiki master practitioner teacher, where they can then teach other deaf. I think my initial plans for the future are to start with a small group. For the deaf community, sort of being aware of mediums is one issue, but Reiki is something what they're maybe not quite as aware of. So it's like, for my aim is to make that awareness a little bit greater by involving the deaf community in it hands-on.